Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. Alright, so everyone's asking me to do this Adventure Time because of some sort of Adventure Time vlogs. I don't know. Well, everyone's here telling me, go ahead and do it! Or they're saying, no, don't do it because so much weird randomness will just suddenly be incorporated in your show because that's what Adventure Time does. Well, I'm not afraid to shy away from randomness. That's why... Alright, Jason, it's business time. Come on, it's business time. So, this is business time. I like saying it that way. So, I will say this. The one thing I knew going into this show that everyone, it's one of the reasons that I got sort of interested, in it at all, is that you don't have to go into great detail, but in the very opening, when he's getting stuff out of the icebergs, like a bike and a computer and the businessmen and stuff like that, is that because of the apocalypse?
Yes.
Okay, that's the one thing I knew going in, is that everyone has said, no, it's actually kind of about the apocalypse, and they kind of hint at it, that this is actually after the apocalypse. I don't know anything else outside of that.
Well, that's the first hint of this. There's something that happened beforehand, and that this may actually be something familiar.
Yeah, and in this episode, you got businessmen. One has a kind of old cell phone. It looks like out of the 80s, which I thought was kind of interesting too. Again, maybe that's just how they draw cell phones, or it could tie back to something, I don't know. But they find these businessmen, and it's the angle I thought they were gonna go is that they're obsessed with business. They're obsessed with work, at least.
Yeah.
And they just want to work as hard as they can on something. And where were they building? Like this gauntlet or this
gauntlet dock?
Yeah, the gauntlet dock. And but Jake doesn't want to build it, so he has the businessmen build it, and they put it together, and then things get out of hand. What I thought they were going to do is when they say, can you build this gauntlet dock? They go, I thought they weren't going to do any work, but they were going to advertise and through business models and stuff like that, get other people want to do the work, and then they would become like all the people working would at first think it's great because they'd be getting paid, but then they, in a world that doesn't really seem to have money, it looks like, and then maybe they would get like really bored by it, or they start to realize they don't like the money, but because the businessmen are always on top. I thought that was the angle they were going to go for, but again, I'm kind of like that they did a different angle, which is they just love to work. Which is why I felt really sad when they're sent away at the end. And I get it. They're like, they're going out of control and they're being really crazy and they're taking it too far. But at the same time, like, I didn't feel it deserved for them to be put back in an iceberg and go away.
Well, they're thinking more business than with emotion.
But it's like, they don't know any better. They still want, like the one that gets promoted. It's like, oh, hold on, we help more too. And it's like, they just want to do well. But at the same time, Finn tells them to put themselves in the iceberg, and they do it. So it's like they have an option.
Oh, yeah.
They do it to themselves. But I did feel kind of bad. Because they weren't like bad guys, per se.
Yeah.
They were just sort of very naive, and all they knew was their job. And when they come out, all they still know is a job. They measure themselves clearly only by their job.
Yeah.
Which I think is very interesting. So I guess in a sense, that's more interesting. So it's not that it's necessarily business, it's just their job.
Yeah.
And they don't care what their job is, they just want a job that they can do their best at and be the top of the ladder on. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of interesting. And I like how Finn and Jake, they start, like, they're eating the ice cream. Oh, let the businessmen do it, let the businessmen do it, that's kind of fun. Actually reminds me of Sorcerer's Apprentice. I almost want them to play that music, the So, yeah, no, I like this one, and I think, the more I think about it, I think I like them more, that it's not the business, it's the job. They just want the job to, be in charge of and rule over and have complete control over, because like you said, without that they have no identity.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of fun. What do you got in this one?
One of the scenes I really liked is where they're eating the ice cream and Finn is playing the video game, and while the businessmen are doing all the actual adventuring and all that, that's all they're doing. And then when they get done, he's like, yeah, we're Adventure Masters, we beat Adventure Master. So instead of actually going out and doing it, like they're used to. They're just getting so excited over playing a simulation of it. They've gotten that lazy with themselves that they can't even go out and do the actual adventuring. They're just happy playing fake adventuring.
And I like how it's kind of a slippery slope, too, because at first Jake just doesn't want to do this one thing, but Finn does. He wants to... Come on, that's the fun, is putting it together. And then when they see at first, you know, allowing this convenience come in does make them work a little better. You know, like you say, oh, wow, the sword's a lot sharper and the shoes are better. You know, I feel more athletic. This is good. And even when they take a break, they get them water and oranges and stuff. It's like, wow, I feel hydrated. But they abuse it and they like it too much. So I like that. It's not that it's all evil. It's that it can become a slippery slope.
Yeah.
You know, watching this episode, I guess the show isn't over, so you know nobody knows. But I have a theory that maybe all of this. I'm sure there's other stuff that's gonna go on to prove me wrong. But I have a theory that maybe all of this is like one big 8-bit video game world that they live in, because he constantly has to save a princess. He has to fight, you know, these blocks that shoot lasers. Everything's bright and colorful. They kind of look like video game characters, and there's different missions and different places. I just see this very easily being an 8-bit game. If they haven't made an 8-bit game out of this, they should, like, for the computer, because I think that'd be awesome.
They haven't made it yet. They've made a few other ones, though. A few games based off of it.
I think they should do, like, an 8-bit game. You know, like the really pixelated ones, where you go and say, you know, you go in the big block and say, Princess Bubblegum, what are you doing here? I have a quest for you. You know, it feels like that. You know, it's, like I said, especially with those cubes, I'm thinking, like, this is like a game. This is like an 8-bit game.
Well, just wait. Just wait.
Okay. But, yeah, and I'm trying to think what else with this one. You got anything else that really spawns to life with it?
Let me think here for a second. Because you bring up the whole video game thing kind of just threw me off. Now I start thinking about other episodes.
Sorry.
No. Let's see. I mean, that's about it.
Where's the snail?
You have to rewatch it and see.
I don't want to rewatch it and see. Just, you know what? I don't care where it is.
Oh, it's gonna bother you.
I just know it's there.
It's gonna start bothering you after a while, because you'll catch it in every, like, an episode here. They'll be like, oh, there he is.
We should always have a snail in the vlogs. Damn, we should have, like, done that from the beginning. Wouldn't that have been incredible? I should have had you here from the beginning, so we should come up with that
Just have
idea.
the little snail in the background.
Yeah, just somewhere, just, like, even for a frame, so people just go, there it was! So,
Maybe, you know what, though? Maybe he's already been in every one of these, and people should go back and rewatch them.
No, I think they can see through that.
Oh.
But it was a good try.
I tried.
We'll put him somewhere in this episode. You have to look really hard where he is, though. It'd just be like one frame.
Yes.
And those who find it win the incredible prize of looking at it. So you should be very proud. So, yeah. No, I thought it was a fun episode. Like I said, I like the identity of the job. I like them becoming really lazy over... you know, and liking it too much. I like that giant fin machine that they create, because, again, it's like they have a model. It's like, okay, Finn and Jake, they're our model, and they just put everything around that, you know, just something marketable.
Yeah.
You know, like, well, here's a giant machine, but it looks like Finn, so it's the hero. It's okay. Like, they only have these vague ideas of what it is and just how to sell it, not really what's good about it or what's actually going to help. So, I like that. I thought it worked out pretty good.
Oh, yeah. They're oddly saying, they're really well drawn out characters. Mm-hmm. Instead of them just being like kind of like blank slates in a sense, like, oh, look, they're businessmen and they're doing their thing.
Or just villains.
There's more to them. They're actually, I don't want to say more human, but there's so much actually more behind them than just, oh, look, they're businessmen.
Yeah, like I said, there's this need to, I mean, it's not just because, you know, oh, it's business and we want to force that. They feel this is the only thing they know. It's the only way they can help.
Yeah.
You know, and they just want to be helpful. It's just all they know. So I like that. It's almost really sad commentary. And just guessing how they went in the iceberg or whatever, maybe that feeds even more into it. So, no, fun episode. That was definitely a cool one. So this is probably the last time you'll see us in these clothes. Next time we'll be naked. No, we'll be in different clothes because this is the last one we're doing tonight. But yeah, so we'll just see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye bye. The hell am I?
Oh, Hey, critic.